Good morning or afternoon. My name is Dave Johnson, and I'm a franchise business consultant with Medicine Shop, working with Medicine Shop pharmacies and Medicare pharmacies. Today, I wanted to spend just a few minutes to share with you a couple of navigational tips for the Learning Bridge compliance program that is set up through either LeaderNet or MS Internet. To navigate to the site, you simply type in cardinalhealth.learn123bridge.com. As soon as you do that, you can use your email and your password to log in. For those that are set up as an admin, once you log in, you're going to see this screen, and it's basically going to show you that you have however many stores you have and the total number of employees under your purview. First thing I'd like to do is share with you how to get over to the learning portal, and that's pretty simple. And that's by clicking on your initials in the red circle at the upper right, and then going to the learner portal. This is the screen that all your employees are going to see that are not administrators. And when they log in, they'll see this. They simply need to click on My Learning, and all of the courses that are required will automatically be loaded for them. In this particular case, this employee was added, and all of these that are located in the red required box are required for this particular year. And it's also important to know that there are courses that are eligible for ACPE credit, and those will automatically feed to your profile in ACPE. And if you have any questions with that, you can simply ping your FBC. So in this particular case, these are all the courses that need to be conducted first or this year. But first, I would recommend telling every employee to start off with fraud, waste, and abuse, since that is something that is required to be attested in the NCPDP profile. And also cultural competency in the pharmacy and HIPAA. Those are probably the most important, along with code of conduct. Those are all required, but that's kind of the order that I would suggest. Pretty simple. Once you launch it, it'll walk you through it. And one of the nice things is it kind of tells you about how long the training should take. So once you're completed with those, then you simply, and you want to go back to the admin side, you simply click on your initials in the red box again, and we're going to go back to the admin portal. So again, this is the screen that only the administrators have. And a couple of key things that I would like to call out is adding a user. So simply go into user on the left-hand panel, manage users. And at this point, we can see all of the users that are set up for this particular pharmacy. We see that sample user has the red icon. That means that sample user is actually the admin. That's who I'm signed in under. Then we also have another employee that's been added, and it's not highlighted. So this employee right here does not have any administrative rights. Okay. If we needed to make any changes to the employee, let's say the employee couldn't log in and we wanted to reset their password, we'd simply go to the semicircle arrow, click on it, enter in the password twice, and submit it, and then provide that new temporary email to the employee. The employee would then log in with his email address, his personal email address, and put in our new temporary password, and then it would require him to reset his password. If something changed with this employee, we can simply go in and edit. Let's say the employee got married and the last name changed, we would simply change it here. Or maybe the employee changed their email address, we could simply change it here. Maybe the employee changed to a manager, we could change it in here. And the other thing that we can do is we can deactivate the employee right here by simply sliding and toggling the button to inactive and then submitting. I'm going to actually do that and show you that now we don't have that employee as an active employee. But let's say the employee came back to us. We could pull them back up by going to the inactive file, finding that employee, editing, and move them back to active and submitting. So here we will see that Abe has been added back to our active. Another thing that one of the most useful portions of the menu is going in and seeing who has completed what assignments. And the platform has made it very simple to go in and in a one-page snapshot see who has completed what required training for the year simply by going into tracking and reports. Then our menu is up here for all of our reports. You can run this assignment detail and it'll give you everything you want to know. But if you want it on one page, this assignment status report, the second one, it'll automatically load. If you are an admin for multiple pharmacies, then they'll all be listed here, and you just select the pharmacy that you want to review the reporting for. And here it shows you that sample user has not completed any of the trainings that are required, neither has Abe Bagoda. Once they're completed, you'll see a green check mark, and then you can pull up this report at any time and follow up with employees and ask them to get their training completed. There's several other reports that you may want to use. Probably one of the biggest reports is for your Office of Inspector General / SAM.gov exclusionary checks. And those are simply, you can simply go right here to the OIG GSA audit user report. When we click on that, we're going to see right here, we're going to export it. Let's see here, we're going to export this. It will also do exclusionary checks for vendors. However, this particular pharmacy doesn't have any vendors set up, and I wanted to show you how to actually set up vendors. You simply go down to vendors and manage vendors. And this is any vendor that you are buying products or supplies from that ultimately is going to end up being part of the prescription. My recommendation would be any wholesalers, primary or secondary, that you use should be listed in here. And then any vendors that you may be buying supplies or labels from, you're going to want to enter those in here. So to add a vendor, we simply click on add vendor. We're going to enter the vendor's name. And it's important to make sure that we are typing out the legal vendor's name. And the reason we want to do that is because if we was to just put in Cardinal and not Cardinal Health Inc., we're going to get a bunch of exclusions. You know, you may have a Cardinal or concrete company in Chicago, Illinois that defrauded the federal government years ago, and they're going to show up as an exception. If we put in the complete legal entity, then we're not going to have those exceptions unless they're truly exemptions. So here you can see that we've got Cardinal Health, and they will go ahead and do those exclusionary checks, and they will store them historically indefinitely. So we don't have to print them off as we did in the previous platform. And again, to print off, let's say somebody is requesting your exclusionary checks, we would simply go to tracking and reports, go over here to audit, and here's audit vendor. We can pull it up and we can see, okay, Cardinal Health that we just added today, there was a check, an OIG and a GSA check done today. And we could just simply export those and provide those to whoever's requesting them. So that's simply how you do that. If you need to go back further, then you can just click on the month that you want to actually run the report for and export them. The other thing that I wanted to call out as an admin, you can go into the catalog and there's a lot of free items. There's a purchase, for example, bloodborne pathogens. Maybe you have some pharmacists and some technicians that you want to take this training. You can simply buy it for your team, pay for it one time, and then it'll take you to a screen that asks you to select all the employees that you want this to be downloaded for. Another really neat thing is the workplace harassment that many states require. You can simply load it for your teams. It's important to know that there's two different modules. There's one for supervisors and there's one for employees. So you can simply cruise through the catalog and find those that you want to load. If there's a fee for it, then you would simply pay for that with the credit card at that time. If it's free, then you would just proceed. With that, I just wanted to call out one more quick time here. If you have multiple stores, let's say I'm an admin of 3 stores, I will see that I have 3 stores and the total number of employees. It's also important to know that an admin that can oversee multiple stores only has to be actually a user, a learner, if you will, in only one store. So you don't have to be an actual learner in each of the stores that you're being an administrator for. With that, I would encourage you to just get in here and play around and look at it. And also to let you know that there are some videos that can help you. Simply click on the help, and then you can get into all the videos, and they're short, real short videos that'll help you navigate the platform. With that, I would encourage you, if you have problems, to please reach out to your Medicine Shop FBC, or you can always reach out to MS Internet or LeaderNet Managed Care support via the chat or phone call or email. With that, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this short video, and I hope it's been helpful. Thank you.